Well, it's the 5th of July. We had 3 days without rain, and that part of the field out there is still, the dirt is wet. There's a couple areas where water's standing, but for the most part the dirt's just wet and soft. So if I pull this planter out there with my tractor, I'm gonna end up getting stuck. It's too soft. It's the 5th of July and I need to get planted. So what I'm doing is I am getting the seed out of here in a bucket and I'm putting it in that broadcast spreader right there. And we're gonna go around the field and broadcast soybeans down in the few acres over on that side. And I got a drag from Tractor Supply. It was like almost $300 for a 6-foot drag, and it's probably not gonna work that well, but I'm gonna drag that behind the tractor. Probably gonna put it on a chain so I can get it back a little bit farther. And I don't know how to get this seed out of here other than with a shovel or something, so I'm gonna put it in a 5-gallon bucket and transfer it over to there. That's what's gonna happen now. I've been up here for a few hours messing around already, and once I get this seed in there, I'll be ready to go. But it's always a long day up here for me. So what we're doing today, that's where I about got stuck last time I was out here. You can see the ruts. It's kind of rough ground. Bob dissed it for me. It's just, you can see it's still muddy. We've had 3 days no rain, sunny 85, and it won't dry out. It needs to be like a week-long sun on it. But it's the 5th of July and we got to get it in. If I pull the planter, it's just gonna plug up with this wet dirt. So I'm gonna broadcast it, and I got this harrow on the back that I'm gonna drag. You can see it's just a short 6-footer. That's all they had. They make an 8-footer. Maybe I'll get 2 6-footers. 2 6-footers I could drag behind the. Hold on a second. Two 6-footers I could drag behind the disc, but I got the soybean in. I just used the 5-gallon bucket to dig it out of the hopper on the drill and put in here. It's already inoculated, but we're just dealing with some wet soil. Yeah, I just got to make sure I get this rate right. So I got a chain on here so it's back a little bit farther. It's only a 6-foot. If anything, I could come out here and lightly disc it. But I need to get this soybean down. And I paid a lot of money for fertilizer over here. We're doing all this. And I got a lot of money in fertilizer, and I got a lot of money in seeds, so I'm putting it down. It's already the 5th of July. It should have already been down. So we'll see how it goes. through here to that culvert. That's why I can't use the drill today, but I gotta get this seed down. There's no way this tractor would pull that drill. Not to mention it would just plug up with the mud. Too bad that drag isn't about 10 or 12 foot wide. It does a pretty nice job. Just not gonna get real good soil contact. Depending on how long this takes to put down, I may hook up the disc and come back and set the disc really light and just kind of go over the top. Probably like, what is this guy doing? Experimenting. This part of the field over here is going to be an experiment. We'll see what happens. Between the wet ground, rough ground, poor seed to soil contact, broadcasting it, fertilizers here at least. We'll see what happens with it. I did see in a video that if you're going to broadcast soybeans for like 3 squats, to put it down at a heavier rate. So. I'm back at the garage. I'm going to put the last 3 bags of seed in. I got that little bit in the bottom. So I'm going to put the last 3 bags in and go spread it out in the last couple swipes of the field. I think I gauged that just about right to put all of it down. And then I think I'm going to hook up to the disc and try to get it done before dark. Just do a light disking over the top just to try to get better soil to seed contact. Alright, maybe I'll bring it back up whenever we get the disc hooked up. So the sun's going down. Got maybe another hour of light, or if that. What I am doing, I broadcasted the soybean seed, so it's on top of the ground, and now I'm just running the disc as light as I can on top of the ground, so it's not kicking up a lot of dirt. I straighten them out so they're not turned; they're straight, fairly straight, and I'm just going over everything, even the wet spots, and just trying to get some soil over top the seed, so better soil to seed contact so it grows better. We'll see how it goes. So, if you heard that squealing, screaming light, stupid, that's like the overheat master caution light. So, yeah, after you run this tractor for so long, it always tends to overheat. The temperature gauge shows fine. I don't know if it's inaccurate or what. Yeah, so everything. If I'm pulling the planter, if I'm pulling the disc, after you run it for a couple hours, it starts overheating. I don't know if the hydraulics get extremely hot. I mean, the transmission uses the hydraulics. The hydraulics are being used on the implement. I know the fluid level's good. I just changed the filters on everything, all the fluids. So even the air filter. And there's like 5 things that can cause this caution light. I'm thinking maybe like my oil cooler. I mean, I know it's not plugged up, but maybe it's not working. Maybe it's plugged internally. I don't know, but I'm going to have to look into it. Because I had this issue last year, so I changed all the fluids, all the filters. And now we're having this issue again. I've only got maybe 2 acres here, if that I got to finish disking. You can kind of see we got bad grass and weed problem. This was already dissed once. Watching another sunset. There was a deer over there probably eating my soybeans while we were over here working. There's a lot of water laying there. You can see water right there. I mean, this property just doesn't drain. There's frogs out here and tadpoles and everything else that belongs in the swamp. So I got all the soybeans down. I've got, like I said, 2 more acres here roughly to disc. I just gotta let the tractor cool down a little bit, and then I need to get it done. Once these mosquitoes are eating me, they probably got West Nile virus. There's West Nile down where I live, so it's probably up here too. But yeah, once I get this 2 acres disc, the only thing left to do is spray everything. I need to come up here and spray all the fields, get all this stuff to die off. There was a red tail over here a little bit ago. It's out here eating frogs or mice or whatever. So yeah, it hasn't rained in 3 days, and it's supposed to maybe rain tomorrow, but it was a nice day today. I'm glad that I got this in. Hopefully I can get this last 2 acres here, if that. Maybe it's 1.5 acres, I don't know. Disced. And hopefully the beans come up. They're coming up over there on the other side. It's just bad grass and weeds, so yeah, it's 5th of July and I'm still planning. It's crazy, but down where I live, there's guys just harvesting wheat now and putting no-tilling soybeans in, so this is like the deadline for me. We'll see how it goes. I got a little bit of everything going on. I got disc. My best field's the one back field, half of the back field. It was disced. Well, I had it burned down, and then it was disced, and then I planted it, and it's coming up pretty good. These other fields that I just no-tilled into it, the burn down didn't really take effect because it rained a few hours after they sprayed it. And yeah, there's bugs everywhere because we're in a swamp. But I just need to get this little bit disced, and then I'm out of here. Be back up in maybe a couple days or so to spray everything. And that's about it. So thanks for watching. I know this is probably the crappiest bean ground that you've seen in some of the videos, but it is what it is right now. Next year maybe we won't have so much rain. It's been raining like crazy, and this property doesn't drain. There's a culvert pipe right over there at to the left of that telephone pole. It goes across the road. I need like trenches to direct everything there. Alright, well, I'm going to try to get this done. Lights really light it up nice.